Hey guys, TheElusiveMad here, and today we're back with Do Not Take This Cat Home. And guess what we're gonna do? I guess we're glutton for punishment, huh? We're gonna be taking the cat home again. You're walking. Right, of course. No weird intros this time? Okay. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, and you're actually glad you did. The weather's absolutely perfect today. It's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. What was that? Curiosity guides your steps as you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. Sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softens your steps. Hello? Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat! Guess that should have been obvious. Oh, little baby. An interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. Puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Oh, baby. Someone left you here all alone? You look so familiar, right? Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats in the past have. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Waiting for you to take the cat home. Oh, why not? We live alone. It's not a bad idea. We can take the cat home. You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them, then climbs up onto your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. The purrs, they're so nice. You can't but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, yeah? Oh, precious. On the way home, you briefly consider getting the cat food, but that would be a waste of time. You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside after so long, even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk away and explore the new environment, but it simply sits and looks up at you, expectantly. Do something with the cat. Like what? Pet the cat? It's not every day that you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. What else is there to do but pet it to your heart's content? You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call it over. Oh! The cat dashes over to you, immediately climbing into your lap. Oh, poor thing. You just want some attention, don't you? Baby! Alright. Carefully pet the cat. A rub behind an ear, a scratch under the chin, a smooth sweep along the back. Oh, baby. Good? I'll take that as a yes. You keep petting the cat in your lap, enjoying the bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. Keep petting it? You're not quite ready to stop. You feel so calm. The repetitive action soothes your usual overworking mind. You keep petting. The cat leans away from your next head pat. It's trying to get out of your lap. But I'm not done yet. I want to keep petting you. When you scratch under the cat's chin, it bites your finger. It might be bleeding, but really it barely hurts. More of a warning than anything. The cat struggles in your hold. It's watching you closely. Seriously, let's do something else. We're gonna keep petting. All in. You keep petting the cat. Ah! Oh! The cat bites off your finger? It hurts. Yeah, you're definitely bleeding now. But for some reason, just can't stop. You don't know what it is. Its fur is so much softer than you realized. You didn't think that it would be shining in the faint light of your living room, but it's as if the darkness on the cat's black coat is sucking in all the illumination around it, rendering it completely null. You're drawn to it, like you're somehow holding a deep, dark abyss right in your lap. It seems calmer now, munching on your severed finger. The stump between your thumb and middle finger is leaking. You keep petting. You fret that your blood will ruin its fur, but the cat no longer seems to mind. Time passes. It's dark out now. Soft as the fur is, your palm starts to feel raw and damp under the constant friction from your petting. You think faintly that maybe you've had enough? You start to lift your hand from the cat when in a flash, your entire hand is separated from your wrist. It flops onto your lap beside the cat. The cat's claws on its fright-run paw glistening with crimson liquid. You don't feel it for a moment, but your body tenses, anticipating the pain as you blankly watch the cat lick at the bloody palm of your severed hand. It hurts. It really, really hurts. Then the cat looks up at you and you feel compelled to keep petting. You're reluctant, but you're also afraid of what will happen if you don't heed the call. What will you lose next if you try to resist again? You were hurt for your insistent petting earlier. Yet now you've been hurt for trying to stop? It defies all logic, but that's what scares you. There's no reasoning with such fickle whims. You feebly try to raise your uninjured hand to pet the cat, but it stiffens, golden eyes glistening dangerously. I don't know what to do. Alright then. You raise your bleeding stump and resume your petting to the best of your ability. That's just a stump. There's no nails or fingers to scratch your chin. You pet it, and you bleed. You pet, and you bleed. You pet, and you... Ending 7. Personal boundaries. Let that be a lesson to not force love onto a cat. I tend to do that. I think I'm gonna lay off for a little bit. I'm not gonna force my affection onto my cat for a little bit. He's like right over there. Do we try that route again? It says that like there's a chance to like do something else. We'll see what that does real quick. Something else? ... Okay, so yeah, it just goes to here. Well, I think the cat's probably hungry, considering I know that if I keep petting, we lose a finger. The cat looks hungry, so you decide to feed it. You're probably not stopping for food earlier, as you don't have much left. Grocery shopping day is tomorrow, after all. Head to the kitchen, click your tongue, ensuring the cat follows after you. It leaps nimbly onto the counter and watches as you search for meal options. Let's see. You find some things you expect. Can of tuna in the pantry, some leftover meatloaf in the fridge, and... what is that? You realize there's a tightly sealed Tupperware on the bottom shelf of the fridge. You don't recognize it. The foul odor is leaking from the container. Whatever inside can't be safe for human consumption. But the cat seems excited about it, practically salivating over it. So, you're the caretaker here. You're the one who needs to decide what's best to feed a hungry cat. So you'll feed it. Let's go with meatloaf. You get the feeling the cat won't be too impressed with anything that comes out of a can. And you're not about to feed it whatever the heck that toxic-looking sludge is. So it's settled. A tuna sandwich for you and leftover meatloaf for your feline guest. You ignore the cat's disappointing meows as you put the weird container back in the fridge to dispose of later. You warm up the meatloaf in the microwave. You place the now warm meatloaf in a saucer next to the cat on the counter. I don't think the cat would have really needed it warmed up. Considering like they also eat like raw meat, but like, let's see how they like warm meatloaf. You don't think you should be encouraging it to eat up there, but you figure it'll make up for electing to not feed it the toxic goop it wanted. The cat looks like it finds the meatloaf interesting. Works for you. Eat up, kitty. As the cat digs into its meal, you go about searching for some bread for your tuna sandwich. You're so distracted by your search that you only just barely hear. You turn around and see that the meatloaf has only 1, maybe 2 bites taken out of it. There's a lot of... But more alarmingly, there seems to be a red trail of something leading away from where the cat had been sitting and off the edge of the counter toward the living room. Is that blood? What? You jump at the strange sound coming from around the counter, further into your apartment. You attempt to steal your nerves. Be strong! Take a breath and walk around the counter to head to the living room. What? You stepped in something warm and wet and red. You resist the urge to vomit and step away from the trail of You follow the trail into the living room and see that it leads into the hall. It's getting louder. It's definitely in the hall. You feel like you can hear your heartbeat. You hope whatever is in the hall can't. Your body shakes as you feel yourself step forward and forward and forward. You peek. Around the corner. Nothing? What? You walk further through the hall and the trail leads all the way to the end of it. But there's nothing there. You don't quite feel relief, but at least feel something wet and warm drip onto your cheek. Something very warm. You swipe your shaking hand across it and pull it back to see your fingers covered in something. What is going on? Oh, you look up and see what can only be described as meat. Oh, the entire ceiling of the hallway is covered in a thick, undulating, wriggling layer of pulsing meat. And at its center, a glowing eyeball, frantically rolling around in every direction until it lands squarely on you. You try to take a step back, desperate to escape the hallway, to escape the thing. But before you can even scream, meaty tendrils shoot out and grab you. No, let me go! They pull you up and up into a pair of slowly opening jaws. Wait, no, we can talk about this, right? And then chop leftovers. What happens if I give it the tuna? I need to know. Let's give you the tuna. Maybe the tuna will be much better for you. I should have known. There might be like something in the meatloaf that cats can't have, like, I don't know, onions or chocolate. I don't know what might be in there, but like, maybe cats like fish, right? Shrugging, you take the tuna for the can and the meatloaf for yourself. You put the frankly ominous container back in the fridge. The cat looks a little disappointed. Tough. You'll need to dispose of that weird whatever it is later. You open the tuna and spoon it into a small saucer. You put the saucer on the kitchen counter next to the cat. You don't think you should be encouraging it eating there, but you figure it'll make up for electing not to feed it the toxic goop it wanted. Meow. The cat looks like it finds the tuna acceptable. You'll take it. Eat up, kitty. Okay, acceptable and not interesting, which is good. As the cat digs into the meal, you go about heating up the meatloaf in the microwave. While setting the time, you hear, huh? You turn to see that the plate is completely empty. Oh, that was quick. You need to pace yourself. Oh no, you have hiccups, oh no! Do the eye trick. If you put your back of your pinkies on your eyelids, it'll get rid of your hiccups. I don't think a cat could do that, but like, tip for you guys. What the? You watch baffled as the cat continues to hiccup, causing little bubbles to float out of its mouth. That's interesting. Was there soap in there? Okay, that's okay. You can process this. It's not completely out of the realm of what's possible, right? Right? Just not to think too hard about it. Soon enough, the room is full of floating bubbles. Can we pop them? The cat releases a final tiny bubble before yawning and laying down right there on the counter. That's adorable! What are these bubbles? Well, glad you enjoyed it. Bubbles haven't left the room or popped. They seem to be pretty resilient. What? What's that? As one of the bubbles floats closer to you, so there's actually something inside. What is that? A tiny furry fish? A furry fish? This is just getting weirder and weirder. Still, you can't help but marvel at the impossible wonder in front of you. You lift a hand. You extend a finger towards the bubble. Carefully press it against the surface. What? The little fish inside lashes out, viciously sinking tiny fangs into your finger. Doesn't really hurt that much but then... Ow! What? Pain starts to climb from your finger to the rest of your hand, past your wrist. Could it be some kind of venom? You fling your arm around and attempt to dislodge the fish. Get off! But... oh no, we're popping bubbles. You accidentally knock your arm into several of the bubbles floating around. More tiny ravenous fish latch onto your flesh. You stumble back out in pain and suddenly bouts of dizziness, only to bump into more bubbles. More fish digging their teeth into your back. It hurts. You're getting dizzy. You've got to get out. You dangerously try to stumble out of the kitchen, but the entire room is filled with the deadly bubbles. By the time you collapse on the ground, you're absolutely covered in tiny, angry, biting fish. Your legs, your torso, your arms, your face. The pain is unbearable. You can feel it in your skin, your teeth, your eyes, and your hair, and And it's so consuming you can't even feel yourself convulsing or crying. You don't black out. Your eyes are still rolled up into your skull when you gasp out your last breath. Fish out of water. Alright, meatloaf and tuna are not the options for a cat that you get on the street, so let's give them mystery meat. Alright, you want mystery meat? We're gonna give you mystery meat, man. Is it really a good idea? Cat seems really excited about it. Fine. I guess if that's what you want. You open the container and... just barely managing to keep throwing up. Just barely. The stench is overwhelming. Yeah. Give me 1 minute. You hazard a look at the contents of the container, but... well, it's like sewage. You honestly can't understand what you're supposed to be looking at. Everything is just mashed together. What exactly everything consists of is a mystery you're more than happy to keep unsolved. Different shapes, different sizes, different textures. Not the color, though. All of it's the same color. The most unfortunate-looking shade of gray you've ever seen. Tinted with a nauseating wet green film over the top. Am I supposed to warm it up, or you don't really know how to serve it? You decide against putting this crap in your microwave. You doubt it'll taste or smell any better. Not wanting to hold it anymore, you shake your head and practically toss the container next to the cat on the counter. The cat enthusiastically dives for the toxic-looking sludge, sniffing as if savoring the scent. You turn to the fridge and close it. You've lost your appetite. Yeah, no, I would... You're about to head to the bathroom and wash your hands for the next hour or so when... What? Ow! A sharp pain in your foot caused you to stumble. You catch yourself on the kitchen sink and look down to see that the tip of your sock is red. And the red is still slowly spreading to the rest of your sock. Are you bleeding? You quickly reach down and pull off your sock and see the damage, but how? Middle toe is gone. It's just gone. Just a stump is left in its place, steadily leaking blood onto the floor. You clumsily back up as if it would help you get away from what you were seeing. The blood trail simply follows your movements. I have to call 911. But phone, where's the... Your tongue is... What? What's happening to me? You slowly look over to find the cat still eating, completely unbothered by your suffering. Not bothered to try and stop the blood from dripping out of your mouth. You keep watching in a daze as the cat happily chews at a gross piece of... Wait, that's... You look more closely at the mysterious food in the cat's jaws. It looks vaguely familiar. It looks like a tongue. Before you can even think to do anything to stop it, the cat dives into the container again and bites into a piece that looks kind of... You collapse on the floor, clutching your torso. You writhe around on the blood-streaked tiles, crying. Something inside you just... Blood pours out from deep within you. Whatever that was felt important. I know it's possibly gone, too. It hurts. It hurts so much. You weakly try to reach up to the cat on the counter above you. Your vision blurs from the effort, from the pain, from your tears, from... Your eyes. Your eyes. You fall limply back on the floor. You're leaking blood all over. From all over. Your foot, your mouth, your insides, your eye sockets. You can feel your life fading away too. That's fine. If it means not feeling the pain of losing another part of you, then hopefully the cat will take its time eating your eyeballs and give you time to just, you are what you eat. There's normally music when I get back here. Something tells me that things are going to get very interesting very soon in this game, as like they haven't already been. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this video or have like seen the other ones, like maybe leave a like, maybe like do the subscribe thing. I don't know, whatever. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, like you can check them out right here. Please do. I really appreciate it. I'll also leave the playlist over here. Sound good? Sound like a good plan? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys!